My name is Teddy. I have type 1 diabetes.
He is what? He's 2 years old.
So he just has to stop eating all that crap, right?
Maybe this is good. It's the incentive you've needed.
Having type 1 diabetes means my pancreas doesn't make insulin anymore. Insulin helps convert food into energy.
You said she had type 2.
I know. She doesn't.
In 1922, Frederick Banting and John McLeod received the Nobel Prize for discovering insulin. Within a year, enough insulin was being produced to supply all of North America. So what does insulin do?
When we eat, our cells use the sugar in food for energy, but our bodies need insulin to act as keys to unlock our cells to let sugar in. An organ in our body called the pancreas makes insulin. When I was 2, my immune system attacked my pancreas, so it could no longer make insulin keys, and I couldn't use food for energy.
So it's not his diet. Is he gonna be okay?
100 years ago, type 1 diabetes was a death sentence.
He can live a long life.
Knowing the importance of the insulin hormone and feeling it was unethical to profit from something so crucial. Banting and his team sold the insulin patent for only $1.
The thing on my arm is called a pod, or an insulin pump. It holds insulin and puts it in my body through a little tube. I used to get 4 shots every day to get insulin. Now I just wear this on my arm or leg.
We're in the emergency room. She passed out in the shower, and now they're saying she has type 1. I don't know. Please, just hurry.
Insulin was a life-saving discovery, but it is not a cure.
You will have to come back every 3 months to make changes as needed. But let's start you out with these insulin ratios.
What?
Let's practice. Say his blood sugar is 220 and he wants a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There is no perfect formula to predict how much insulin a diabetic will need at any given time, so they are constantly guessing and checking how much insulin they need.
Okay, we're sending you home with a prescription of 2 vials of insulin. Take 5 in the morning, 6 at lunch, and 10 at dinner.
That's it?
I have a meter, which looks like this, and it tests my blood to see if there's the right balance of sugar and insulin.
It should be between 80 and 120.
Sometimes I get too much insulin, and I will need to eat a snack. Once I get enough sugar or food back into my body, I usually feel much better.
You'll need to learn how to inject glucagon in case she has a severe low and passes out.
Like she did this morning?
No, that was because her blood sugar was so high.
If the number is too high, I need insulin, because that means I have too much sugar in my body. If it's too low, I need sugar, because that means I have too much insulin. It's a tricky balancing act.
4.15 units.
Almost.
I used to have to poke my finger 10 times a day. Now this little device on my arm tests my blood sugar every 5 minutes and displays a number on my phone or smartwatch.
Did you know about these? Continuous glucose monitors? Why haven't we been told about these?
Different types of technology have been developed to help with diabetes management.
You have options.
Some people still use a combination of 2 types of insulin through injections.
You're 16, so you're almost an adult. Go into the bathroom and give yourself an injection.
Other people use insulin pumps.
This has to say attached to you at all times.
There are different types of insulin pumps and injection methods. Many people use a continuous glucose monitor, which can sometimes minimize the number of times diabetics have to test their blood sugar to just a couple times a week. Some people choose not to use the newer technology, but unfortunately, not everyone even has the option.
I don't think these constant extreme highs and lows are normal. I think there's some stuff we weren't told.
There's no reason to rush you guys out. We have beds. You can stay a 3rd day if you want. But do know, you'll never feel okay giving your kid a shot.
Having diabetes does not mean I'm sick. It just means that part of my body doesn't want to do its job. So I have hired my insulin pump to try to take its place. I can also eat all the same food as every other kid. I just need to balance my food and insulin using my pump.
Despite the $1 patent, the price of insulin has skyrocketed over the years, making it unaffordable. Some people have been forced to ration their insulin intake. If a person is deprived of insulin, they first show symptoms of high blood sugar, headaches, foggy brain, extreme thirst, and frequent urination. If their blood sugar stays high for a prolonged period of time, their body starts eating its own fat as a means of energy. which creates a toxin called ketones. If left untreated, ketones can be very dangerous. Even without ketones, frequent high blood sugar can result in long-term complications like
nerve damage, kidney failure, blindness, heart complications, coma, and death.
Most of the time, you wouldn't even know I have diabetes. It really doesn't stop me from living a fun, great life.
Hey, Mom. Oh.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
Hey, look, Brenda from book club showed me this cool feature. There, can you see it?
I don't see anything, Mom.
What? It's supposed to make my face look like an octopus. Okay, how about now?
Nope.
Shoot, she'll have to show me again. I was so excited to show you.
Oh, sorry.
You sound tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Were you up late last night?
Oh, I had a low in the middle of the night, but I'm fine, Mom.
Oh my god, Elliot, how low?
Mom, I'm fine.
Sorry, okay.
Is that all you were calling about, Mom?
Right. Sorry, yes, I'm calling because despite my countless texts, you still haven't told me what you want as a present. I don't know what 26-year-olds like nowadays. When I was 26, I got a couple of cassette tapes and a fanny pack. And then you a week later.
Fanny packs are making a comeback, Mom.
Sure they are. Those were the ugliest things. I didn't even like them back then.
Yeah, I wasn't saying I wanted one.
Okay, do you want a baby then?
I think I'd rather have a stable boyfriend before I even think about having kids.
I suppose that's fair.
The odds of finding one aren't looking real good, though.
Oh, you'll find someone, honey. You're still so young.
You just said you had me at your age. Plus, Dad had a stable career. It seems like your lives were pretty put together.
Oh, please.
I'm still in your insurance.
Speaking of which, I completely forgot. Good luck today. You're starting your new job, right?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
I mean, I know how restaurants work. Probably better than whoever will be training me, so no, not really. I think I'd rather just start working than have to follow around some waiter who will probably just be annoyed they have to spend all day with me glued at their side.
Did you find out how many months until the insurance kicks in?
Yeah, it's just one.
Okay. If you need help covering insulin, you need to let us know.
Mom, I'm 26. If I wasn't being forced to become a little independent, I'd probably be relying on you for this stuff until one of us dies.
You undersell yourself, honey. So you have this month covered?
I'll figure it out.
Okay. Good luck today.
Thanks, Mom.
You'll let us know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna call Brenda, see if she can show me how to do the screen thing again. Love you.
You too.
Okay.
Happy first day of senior year.
Morning.
Time for the year of screwing around and doing whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, this an anatomy presentation was a great start to that.
You actually prepared something?
Yeah, she said it was our summer homework.
I was just gonna make something up.
Well, I still have to get into college.
Oh, please. It's not like art school is gonna care about your grades.
One, that's not true. And second, art school is still in the air.
Seriously? You can't keep doubting yourself. If art is anyone's calling, it's yours.
It's complicated.
I don't think it is. You're a phenomenal artist. You could get into whatever art school you want.
I know, but
I don't think you understand how talented you are.
it's not that.
And if school doesn't see that, then they don't deserve you. But you can't just not apply because you're afraid they'll say no.
No, it's not that. It's about after college.
What?
Even if I went to art school, the career path is so unpredictable. I don't think I could afford to be a starving artist, even for a little while.
Who says you have to be a starving artist?
How many artists do you think have health insurance?
Plenty of people. You could make loads of money.
Not right away, and there's certainly no guarantee. It's a big risk for anyone, but I know I can't afford it.
But you can't just stop doing art.
Oh, well, that was what I really wanted to do, but now that you say that, you might maybe rethink some things.
You know what I mean.
You can talk more at school.
Fine. But I was gonna ask, are we still on for that?
Yeah, of course. It's the first Cupcake Monday of the school year. I wouldn't miss it.
Good. Hey, what do you think of these leg warmers? Cute or preppy?
I think they're cute.
Are you sure? I don't want to walk into the first day of school looking like a pretentious bitch.
Ha! Speaking of, guess who's calling me?
Don't answer.
That's mean.
No, it's not. Just say you were on the phone with someone else.
I can't.
Ashley!
Hi, Janet.
Ashley, hi. I can't wait to see you. It's been so long. I can't believe our schedules never lined up all summer.
I know, it was crazy.
But hey, we'll just have to make the most of our time this year. Speaking of which, I have an extra ticket to a concert tonight. My mom was supposed to go with me, but she's in France. Anyway, I thought you might want to come. Don't tell Riley. I only have one extra ticket, and honestly, sometimes she's just so obnoxious.
Thanks, Janet, but I actually have plans for tonight.
With me.
Oh, shit. Well, that's unfortunate. What are you guys doing?
We're going to the Cupcake Cafe.
It's a monthly ritual.
Cupcakes? Really?
Really what?
Should you really be eating those?
She can eat whatever the hell she wants, Janet. We go there all the time.
Yeah, I can. I just have to give myself insulin.
I just saw a tweet about someone who reversed his diabetes by eating healthy. I also saw a YouTube video about a guy whose foot fell off from diabetes. It was nasty.
What the hell?
Yeah, type 1 isn't caused by anything known, and it definitely can't be reversed.
Also, no one needs to hear that.
Can we change the subject?
Oh my god, of course. You know, I'm just so inspired by you. I can't stand needles. I would die if I had to inject myself.
Yeah, those are literally her options.
Well, at least not cancer, right? Oh, I have to go. I'll see you at school. I can't wait to show you my new leg warmers.
Bye, Janet.
Oh, please. Hi, Tom. I just saw your email. Well, I actually am a little curious as to what issue Susan could possibly have with my flyers that merits holding their distribution over the weekend. You know, the picnic is this Saturday, and it'll take at least a day to get them printed. What do you mean a competition? Why? Incorporate the youth. Why do we need to incorporate the youth? These are posters. Okay, Tom, I understand you have a difficult decision to make, but I am a marketing director. This is my job. You know, something other people pay me to do. Oh, this was not new information. Great, then here's my professional opinion. I don't give a damn if Susan doesn't like my color scheme. You asked me to get people to show up to this walk, and this will get people there. Okay, look, I know Susan is really trying to involve these kids, but I would like to ensure that our primary concern is still fundraising, and the sooner we get these posters out, the more money we're likely to make, so that maybe, one day, there won't be any youth to incorporate. Respectfully, Tom, I think we should be focusing on their parents. Because kids don't have any money. No, Tom, I can't come in to talk to her. I have a job. Plus, you know we don't get along. Oh, sure. Put Susan on. Hey, buddy. Happy first day of school.
Thanks.
Are you excited?
I guess.
You guess. Second grade is the best. You're gonna have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I know you're upset Peter moved, but don't make new friends.
I want a brother.
What?
When Peter had Justin when he moved away, so he still had someone to play with.
Buddy, that's a big conversation.
I know he couldn't play with me right away, but I would be super helpful.
I'm sure you would. Tell you what, why don't you go make some new friends at school today, and we can talk about this later, okay?
Fine.
Okay. Well, sorry, I've gotta go. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hi, Susan. I heard you have some concerns with my handouts. Before you elaborate, can you please just remind me quickly of your official role at this walk? Oh, volunteer coordination. Then you're probably aware that my role as marketing director at a fairly large marketing firm is to get you volunteers to coordinate. And now that I think about it, getting people to show up to your walk so that your volunteers have an event to work in the first place. And, in my opinion, this being my role and all, having these flyers printed for the picnic could mean hundreds of more people showing up at your walk. Oh, no, sure. Tell me your thoughts. Shoot. Okay, Susan, when my son was diagnosed, you know what they told me? In 10 years, we'll have a cure. Well, we're almost 5 years in, and apparently the organization most likely to find that cure is more worried about which teenager can make the best poster. Yes, please put Tom back on the phone.
Hello?
Hello? Hi. This is Dr. Myers. Is this Mrs. Davis?
Yes.
Great. I'm just following up about your call earlier about Ashley. It sounds like you had some concerns.
Yeah, her A1C was awful at her appointment last month. She doesn't seem to be doing any better. I'm concerned she's not taking care of herself.
Okay, well, I'm looking at her chart right now, and, things looked alright last appointment.
Really?
Yeah, for a teenager, she looks perfectly fine.
Her A1C was much higher than it's ever been. Shouldn't we be trying to bring it lower, if anything?
Well, yes, but it's not uncommon for teenagers to experience burnout and stop taking care of themselves for a little while. Especially teenage girls like her. I found it doesn't help to berate them about it, though. She'll learn her lesson soon enough.
I've seen her forget to bolus a startling number of times at dinner, and I'm starting to worry it's not an accident. I'm worried she hasn't been taking insulin at school.
That's just part of burnout.
This seems like more.
What do you mean?
She's always been very on top of things.
Yeah?
I'm concerned this might have something to do with an eating disorder.
Oh, well, what makes you say that?
Well, her weight has dropped since last appointment.
Yeah, but she really isn't at a point where I'd be concerned with something like that.
But don't you think, with the other factors, she has a history of restricting her diet?
Oh, is she doing that now?
No, she eats.
Okay, well, if she's eating, it's probably not an eating disorder, don't you think?
Okay. I don't know every possible condition that my daughter could have, but I was kind of hoping you might have some more insight than this.
I understand your concern, ma'am, but I'm telling you, kids like her are...
What does that mean? Kids like her.
Sorry?
You keep saying teenagers like her, girls like her. What are you saying? I'm telling you she's taken excellent care of herself since she was diagnosed. So what do you mean, girl like her?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Listen, I've been doing this for 25 years now, and I know what I'm talking about. It's just a stage. And as much as you may not want to see your little angel grow up, you've got to face it. Teenagers are rebellious.
I just told you, Ashley's not. You should know. You have her chart. You've been seeing her since she was diagnosed. If anything, she's usually too uptight and controlling.
I don't really know what to tell you, ma'am. Alright. It looks like her next appointment is in 2 months. If you're still concerned, we can talk more then, okay?
Fine.
Good. For now, just try and relax.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, are you okay? You seem upset. I mean, obviously the sign thing, but I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just had a headache.
Well, we're never stepping foot in there again.
I don't mind just testing the bathroom.
Are you kidding me? I know that's not sanitary. And it's not necessary. We can get cupcakes somewhere else.
It's fine. I'm not just gonna let this ruin our tradition.
You're not doing that.
I don't have to take insulin.
Wait. What? What the hell are you saying?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Can we stop talking about this?
Yeah, sure. Hey, have you found a homecoming dress yet? I found this really good site.
Are you sure you should be eating
Once you
that?
start taking this insulin, you'll gain some weight.
Fast food is diabetes.
Your A1C is 12.4.
Did you get diabetes from eating too much sugar?
Nerve damage, kidney failure, blindness, coma.
You're beeping.
Thanks.
A dress? With pockets? That's it. We've reached a feminist peak. Wait, moment of reveal. They're real. Yeah, that's your color. Plus, I could cut a little hole for the tube, and this would be perfect for your pump. Literally no one would notice. Ashley, you could wear a dress without worrying about where to hide your pump. Let me see if they have it in your size. You need to try this on. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have a headache.
Are you sure you're still not upset about the Cupcake Cafe?
What? No, I'm fine.
Okay, well, I'm hungry, and you clearly need something. Go have dinner or a nap. We'll chat later.
Hi.
Cameron, wow, how long has it been?
Since your wedding, I thought you were in Montreal.
Yeah, Shannon and I moved back this year to take care of my mom with our son Jacob.
Wow.
And who are your kids? I'm assuming you have more than one.
Actually, it's just me and Teddy.
Oh, yeah, I suppose things change.
What's your number? Okay, good. do 26. Oh, sorry, he has diabetes.
Wow, since when?
He was diagnosed 4 years ago.
So, do you have to restrict what he eats?
Not really, as long as his blood sugar is in range and I tell him how much insulin to take through his pump.
Technology has really come a long way, hasn't it?
Yeah, he has a continuous glucose monitor too, which is particularly helpful because he doesn't often feel how low his blood sugar is until it's very low, and this usually catches things before it gets too dangerous.
Didn't Karen from middle school have diabetes? I just remember how much work it used to be for her. She had to take all these injections. You must be so glad that technology just takes care of it all now.
Well, he still has to poke his finger and take injections, but not as often. But yeah, it's nice. It's just definitely not a cure. It's still very unpredictable, and there's plenty of work we have to do on our own, and the technology certainly doesn't always work flawlessly.
Yeah, of course. Do you do any fundraising or events for a cure? I just saw an article that said something about seaweed containing one. It's very exciting.
I haven't heard anything about seaweed, but
Actually, now that I think about it, it might not have been seaweed. Some type of algae, though. I'll send you the article.
ah, great. But yeah, I'm really involved in one organization. I help with the marketing for their fundraising for research. We're actually in the midst of planning our annual walk right now.
Oh, let me know when the walk is. Jacob and I would love to come.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, well, I have to get going, but it was so nice to hear from you, Cam.
You too, and I'll see you sometime soon.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Elliot. This is Steven.
Hi, is everything okay? Did I screw something up already?
No, I just wanted to check in and ask how your day went. Things got a little hectic at the end, and I didn't get to ask you if you had any more questions.
Wow, you're quite the involved trainer.
Well, yeah, I'm not always. Oh, is that okay? I can back off if you want.
No, I was just impressed.
Oh, well, I was impressed by you. You seemed to pick things up really quickly. You were a waiter before, right?
Yeah,
So why did you leave?
they have better benefits here.
Wow, they must have had some pretty shitty benefits at your old place.
Well, they were a pretty small place, so they didn't have to provide health insurance or anything. What about you? How long have you been at Johnny's?
Well, I started working right after high school. I've been doing some school part-time. I've started taking classes in food service, but they're the worst.
Did you want to open a restaurant?
Well, a bakery. That's my dream.
Oh, so you bake?
Yeah, all the time. So you might imagine accounting isn't really anything I find riveting.
Yeah, it never really attracted me either. So, what were your plans for tonight?
Oh, well, I didn't really have any. I was probably just going to go home and bake. What about you?
Well, today's actually my birthday.
Oh, really? Happy birthday. Are you celebrating with anyone?
No, actually. I don't have anyone to celebrate with. Like, no boyfriend or anything.
Oh, well, you can't just spend all night at home. It's your birthday. Do you want to grab anything to eat?
Actually, that would be really nice.
Great. I know a place. I'll text you the address. How's 6 p.m.?
Sounds great.
Hello, this is Leland Soccer Center Director Coach Mike.
Hi, my name is Kevin Fisher. My son Teddy is going to be playing on the 5-7s team. I'm not sure if you got my email.
Oh, I did.
Okay, excellent. I just wanted to touch base and let you know that Teddy is type 1 diabetic, so he'll have to check his blood sugar frequently. He has a continuous glucose monitor, which he will have to wear, and I have an app that lets me track his numbers. He's pretty self-sufficient and has a cell phone, but I'll sit on the bench in case anything goes wrong. I'll be here doing all the games and practices, but just in case something happens, I wouldn't mind if you were also trained in glucagon.
Well, I read your email, okay? And first off, I have a son who's diabetic.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he was diagnosed when he was older, but I was trained in glucagon. Also, I have a strict no parents on the bench policy.
Okay, but I mean, you can make an exception.
You just said he's pretty self-sufficient and has a cell phone. And you can come over if you have to do anything, but I don't like parents just camping on the bench.
You know, if this isn't gonna work, I'll just pull him out now.
Listen, you're right across the field, you'll know what his numbers are, we'll have sugar on the bench, and diabetic son. So even if something happened and for some reason you couldn't get across the field in time, I know what to do in an emergency.
This is not negotiable.
Okay, fine. Why don't we say you can sit on the bench the first game and we'll take it from there?
Fine.
I typically don't allow parents at practices either, but in this case I'd rather spare my energy. Just do me a favor and don't make it public.
Okay, thanks for understanding.
Sure. I look forward to meeting your son.
Hello?
What the hell?
What?
Well, I was just on Twitter.
Oh, Ashley, come on. I wasn't gonna let them get away with it.
I said it was fine.
Those people couldn't tell their uncomfortable customers to look away for just one goddamn second.
Yeah, and I love when people cringe and avert their eyes every time I want to eat a cupcake.
And you said you weren't gonna take your insulin.
Especially when I'm used to dealing with gawking stares. It's refreshing.
Would you tell someone to go take their inhaler in the bathroom? No. They were telling you not to take your life-saving medication.
So let them.
I can't let them. I'm your best friend.
And as my best friend, if I say I'm fine, you listen. I'm fine.
I don't think you are. It's not just this. You've been off all week.
I swear. You always do this.
What?
You insist everything is bigger than it is, and you won't leave things alone. You have to fix everyone's problems, even if they say they're fine.
They have no right to single you out for an impairment.
You think I'm impaired?
I just mean to single you out like that. Make you feel different.
Right, because I'm disabled.
So what if you are? My point is, you shouldn't be. It's a society that puts barriers on you. If we lived in a perfect world, you wouldn't feel any different than the next person.
You mean a world where I'm so oblivious? I don't notice no one else has to take literal blood tests and injections every day?
That's not what I meant.
You said I wouldn't feel any different.
It would still be a pain in the ass, but you wouldn't have people shaming you for it. Putting up signs like that. Or I wouldn't have to cut those holes in your dresses to hide your pump. And if we ever want to change, then we have to confront those social barriers when we see them, or at least distancing ourselves from people who create them.
Well, God, you never had to cut holes in my dresses if it was such an inconvenience. I honestly don't remember ever asking you to.
That's not what I'm saying.
In fact, I don't remember asking you for any of this.
Ashley, I get it. You can be pissed. You should be pissed.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't get it. And how dare you claim to? You know, you're right. This didn't have to be a big deal. And maybe I do need to start distancing myself from people who make it one.
What are you saying?
I'm done.
Done with what?
You, Riley, I'm done.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Davis. This is Riley.
Hi, Riley. Is everything okay?
I'm not sure. Is Mrs. Davis home?
Yeah. 1 second, let me go get her.
Hi, Janet. Listen, are you home?
Hey, Riley. How are you?
Hey, Mrs. Davis, do you have a minute?
Of course, honey. Always. What's up?
It's about Ashley. I'm worried.
OMG, hi Ashley. Yeah, I'm home. Why?
Can I come over?
Oh my god, yes. I'll get out the veggies.
Me too.
Great. Thank you. See you soon.
Hello?
Hey, I just wanted to make sure you got home all right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I had a really good time.
Hey, me too. Hey, listen, before we go any further, I just want to let you know something. I like you, and I couldn't help but notice I think you like me too. And I think it's important to be transparent from the beginning, especially with something chronic.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I'm HIV positive.
Oh.
I'm undetectable, which means as long as I stay on my medication and I'm safe, it's not transmittable. I'm not in any danger of getting sick, but still, I wanted to let you know.
Okay. Thank you. That's a pretty vulnerable thing to share.
Yeah, but I've made the mistake of waiting and learning deep into a relationship that it's enough for someone to change their mind about being with me.
I've experienced that too.
Wait, are you?
No, it's not the same. And honestly, neither is the stigma, but since I was dumped for it, I've been afraid to share. I have type 1 diabetes.
Oh, my cousin has type 1. Oh, that's why you switched jobs. For the health care.
Yeah, I turned 26 today, which means I'm getting kicked off my parents' insurance.
Couldn't you get Medicaid?
I was the service manager at my last job. I was paid more with that title, but I was paid just enough that I didn't qualify for Medicaid. So my only remaining insurance options had $10,000 deductibles and ridiculous premiums.
Oh.
As my birthday got closer, I realized I wasn't gonna be able to make my job work. So suddenly I was scrambling, trying to find a job with good insurance in time. Apparently, there aren't many restaurants in the area in need of a manager because I was forced to take this one.
Oh.
Yeah, this is really embarrassing.
Why? The healthcare system's fucked up.
I just told you, I was practically demoted.
Listen, I get it. That's part of why I haven't opened up my own place. HIV medication is expensive. I don't know how I'd afford it without all the insurance.
God.
You can eat sweet stuff though, right?
Yeah.
Good. I've been wanting to make an apple pie, but I haven't been able to get myself to the orchard yet. And you really need fresh apples if you want a good pie. Anyways, maybe if we made it a date, I'd be a little more inclined to go.
As long as I get to taste the pie after.
Deal.
It's a date.
Great. I'll see you at work then.
See you tomorrow.
Ledfria Pharmacy, how may I help you?
Hi, I was planning on coming in tomorrow morning to pick up a prescription for Elliot Leland. I'm just calling to make sure it's set.
Date of birth?
8/27/94.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Humalog and Lantus insulin?
Yeah.
You have a glucagon refill.
Okay, great.
I see you're non-year-old insurance.
Yeah, I'm just paying out of pocket for now. Could you tell me what that's gonna cost?
Sure. $1,303.
Sorry?
$1,303.
Sorry, is it possible to just get the 1 month supply of insulin? That's what I usually do.
This is.
This is...
1 month.
Wow. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna get the insulin tomorrow. I'll pick up the glucagon some other time.
Okay, that'll be $908.
Oh, gosh. Can I... you know what? Don't fill my prescription. I'll have to call back later. Thank you. damn it.
Hey, Smashly.
Nope.
Ash Pash.
I actually like the name my mother gave me.
Oh, you are no fun.
Sorry. Oh, that's quite a hat, Janet.
Do you like it? It's new.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a whole story. I lost my favorite pen yesterday, and I was so depressed. But then my parents got home early from their trip to Italy, and my mom got me this hat, so I completely forgot about the pen.
What an emotional roller coaster.
I know.
So your parents are home?
Not anymore. They left again this morning to attend a conference in D.C.
Wow. It seems like your parents are never home.
Yeah, I guess.
That sucks.
Well, they're busy with their business, and they always bring me back something special. That's why I was so devastated about my pen. It was from their trip to Switzerland.
Oh, hey, I have exciting news.
What?
Well, Miss Gallagher really liked my painting from a couple months ago, so she submitted it to a really selective exhibition. And I just found out that they picked it and they're going to put it on display.
What?
The exhibition is a week from today.
Oh my god, what are you wearing? Have you picked out a dress?
No, not yet.
My mom got me this dress the last time she went to Paris, and it would look so good on you. Here, let me find it. Here.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It might be a little small.
I have 7 days.
Hey, speaking of art, wait until you see the picture I took of my dog last night. He got his head stuck in a fishbowl, and it was so adorable. I scrapbooked it. Here, I'll find the pictures.
Oh, good.
Who is that?
No one. I should get going. I'll see you at school.
Okay, I'll show you the pictures then. See you, Ashley.
Hello?
Hi. I just got home and I found a pie on my doorstep.
Oh, that's odd.
It certainly is.
Well, is it a good-looking pie at least?
Sure is. It's beautiful. Are these the apples
we picked together? Yeah.
Wow, this has really brightened my day.
Oh, were you having a bad day?
No, I was just dealing with some stuff.
What was that?
Probably just a package. And the neighbor's dog.
It better not be another pie.
Right.
Still, I can't believe you've never been apple picking.
There was a cider mill by my house growing up, and we'd go there occasionally, but they didn't have apples. And my mom never really got the appeal when you can get apples pre-picked for half the price at Costco.
It's all about the experience.
Yeah, I know. She's just not really that type of person.
Well, what'd you think?
I had a great time. Especially appreciated your tour.
Well, you've got to be informed. Apple picking's a serious sport.
Next time I'll know to bring a fanny pack.
You can't be trying to carry around your belongings when there are apples to pick.
It's funny. I just had a conversation about fanny packs a few days ago with my mom. I was trying to convince her that they're back and hotter than ever.
Well, this trendsetter's wearing one, so they must be.
Yeah.
You're really close with your mom, aren't you?
Oh, I guess.
I mean, you mention her all the time.
Yeah, well, when I was diagnosed in high school, it was pretty traumatic experience for both of us. It brought us a lot closer.
Oh, so you weren't always...
Definitely not. Actually, when I first came out, she was... Well, she didn't disown me, but things weren't great.
Oh.
She was raised very conservative, and she's made a point to unlearn a lot, but some of that takes a while when it's what you've been told all your life.
That's a pretty forgiving outlook. I mean, it's your mom.
Yeah, well, like I said, we got closer.
My mom hasn't come around yet.
Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah, well, my diagnosis didn't help. But what do you say? You learn who's really there for you?
I guess.
God, this took a depressing turn. And you already said you were having a rough day.
Oh.
So, are you okay? You seemed a little preoccupied yesterday, too.
Yeah, it's just... And do you know how much insulin costs? I didn't. It's expensive.
I didn't, but I'm not surprised. There's a program that subsidizes HIV meds if you're insured. Do they have something like that for insulin?
Not that I've ever heard of.
I'm sure there's something. I really had to look to find it, and where there was, there's a bunch of red tape to apply. But I could help you look or apply.
No, I can figure it out. I only have to make it through this month. God, I can't believe I'm telling all this, complaining about this to you.
I don't mind.
We've only known each other for 2 weeks. You shouldn't have to hear about this. Never mind, help me with it.
Oh, I guess it's only been 2 weeks. But, well, I guess I was starting to feel like this was a real relationship.
No, that's not what I meant. I do. Actually, I was gonna ask you. My parents are having me over for dinner this weekend. I would really love for you to meet them.
Oh?
What would you think about, I mean, would you want to perhaps join us?
I would love to.
Good.
Do they know about us?
Not yet, but I'm gonna call them later tonight. I'm sure they'll be excited.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Great. I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
Sounds good.
And thanks again for the pie.
Yeah. No problem.
And the orchard.
What about the orchard?
I had a good time.
Oh, me too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hang up.
Me neither.
Okay, here I go. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
You know, I've never actually been apple picking.
What? Oh, then I must give you the tour. I used to have this dream that I would start a bakery attached to an orchard so I could spend all day baking fresh apples off the tree. Look, a Granny Smith. Yep, this one would be good. Here. See how it's tart and crisp? It's the classic for an apple pie.
Good.
No, over here. These are the best for applesauce. Macintosh. You have to be careful, though. They cook quick. I learned that the hard way.
Oh man, tough times.
And look at this tree.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It is. You know what this one's perfect for?
What?
Well, 2 people stand underneath, and...
Hello?
Hi, Dad. I just saw I missed a call. Is everything okay?
Hi, son. Are you home?
Yeah.
Did you just get home?
No.
Don't you answer the door if someone knocks?
Oh, was that... Did I know you were coming over? Did I miss a text?
Oh, you millennials and your phones. Even your mother's got her book club friends teaching her about this face talking.
Yeah, she showed me.
Well, I did try calling, but it went straight to your voicemail.
Oh, right, sorry. I was on the phone with someone else.
Oh, well, I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd stop by to drop some stuff off. Since you didn't answer, I just left the box on your doorstep.
You're kidding me.
Well, you better go get the box before it gets stolen. People do that, you know. They see a package on someone's porch, especially a big one, and they just take it, even if they don't know what's inside. Pretty stupid if you ask me.
Right. So what is in the box?
Well, I had some paperwork to do this morning, and I was getting tired of fighting over the kitchen table space with your mother, so I was trying to figure out where I could get some work done. Then I realized your room was free.
Oh my god.
You know how your mother feels about that kind of language.
Sorry, gosh.
I'm not saying I was doubtful you were going to last, but, well, you know how your generation is with commitments and responsibilities. I'd been waiting to make sure nothing fell through with your new place before doing anything with your mom.
Is this my old soccer jersey?
Mm-hmm, yeah. Remember when you played soccer? You dropped that real quick.
Yeah, well, I wasn't very good.
Well, you don't get good without practice. Anyways, then your mother told me about your new job, how you took that into your own hands and did what you had to do, and how you're really starting to become independent. I was so proud but also relieved. So I decided I could start cleaning out your room, turn it into an office.
Honestly, Dad, I thought you would be disappointed. I'm not a manager anymore.
Are you kidding me? I'm not disappointed at all. You're doing what you have to do. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices to get where you want to be in the long haul. It might be hard right now, but you have to look at the big picture. That's what kids these days don't understand. The second it gets hard or unfair, they quit. I can't tell you how many assistant coaches I've had in the past 5 years. I started as an assistant coach. By the time you were born, I was starting up my own soccer center. Sure, I had setbacks, but I didn't complain or come crying to my parents when things got hard. I kept pushing. And look where I am now.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had to make an errand and was so excited about the space, I thought I'd just stop by and drop off the stuff right now.
Thanks.
I'm really proud of you, son.
So, how has the soccer center been?
Fine. I had a diabetic kid join my 5-7 team a couple weeks ago. His dad is nuts. He has all these rules. He gets so anxious whenever his CGM stops working. I tried telling him you don't even have one.
God, I wish I did. I've heard those are great.
And he insists on sitting on the bench every soccer game and staying for practices, which you know how I feel about that. He's worse than your mother.
Yeah, well, Dad, it's a lot for a kid to manage alone.
I told him, my son has diabetes. I could help.
Could you? You were never that involved in my management.
You were practically an adult by the time you were diagnosed. I didn't think I had to be.
I know, that's my point. I'm not mad, I'm just saying. There's a lot of stuff you never had to know. It definitely consumes a lot more energy than you'd think. I can't imagine if it were my kid.
I suppose that's fair. This guy still seems like a bit much. So, how's the new job been?
Fine. Actually, I met someone.
Met someone at work?
Yeah, we went on our second date yesterday.
Oh, wow. See? Everything's what you make of it.
Right.
And are they...
He? Yes, Dad, that's who I like.
Well, good for you. I never had any problem with that. I always say, it's my son, I love him no matter what.
Thanks.
Have you told your mother?
No, not yet.
Well, you should. She's come around. She loves you, Elliot. She wants to support you.
I know.
Well, I know she was going to call about dinner this weekend. You can tell her then. She'll be glad to hear.
Yeah, I will.
Well, I better get going. You make me proud, son.
Okay, thanks, Dad, and thanks for the stuff.
Don't mention it. See you this weekend.
See you then.
Okay, great. I'll send those downstairs right away. Oh, Karen, Teddy has a field trip tomorrow, so I'll be gone in the afternoon. Oh, that would be great. Thank you. I guess I'll see you Thursday then. Oh.
Hello, this is Alex. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm calling about an order for my son.
Oh, I can help with that. What is his name and date of birth?
Teddy Fisher, 12/9/13.
Okay, today is the 10th, so the earliest insurance will let us ship it out is a week from now, the 15th.
Oh, okay, he'll be out of test strips by then, so I need to guarantee that it will be at my house on the 16th.
Yep, it is one-day shipping, so you should get the item the next day. I can verify your payment now, though.
Okay, thank you. Oh shit. You know what? I'll have to call back. Someone else is calling me and I need to take this.
Okay, have a fabulous day.
Hi Tom. I'm assuming you're returning my call. Yeah, I have 12 donor pledges from the gala. We need to follow up on them. You know, pledges are legally binding, right? I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying. Right. The competition. I'm gonna start looking into portfolios tonight. It might take a couple of days though. There were a lot of submissions and my priority right now is the gala donors. Yeah, fine. I'm pulling up the suggestions right now. Yeah, no problem. You too.
Hi, Mom.
Is your pump on?
Why
did I find it in your bedroom?
When I took it off to take a shower this morning, I must have forgot to put it back on.
You forgot? That is inexcusable, Ashley.
It was an accident.
Does this mean you just haven't had insulin all morning?
I guess so.
Well, you've had to have notice at some point. It's lunchtime, right? You were just going to eat with no insulin? Or are you just not eating lunch again?
No.
So you ate without bolosing? Did you not think to call me? I could have brought it to you in 10 minutes.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to need something better than that. You've got to pull it together, Ashley. You want to go off to college next year? I'm scared enough as it is. How am I supposed to be okay with you leaving, living somewhere else, if you just forget to put your pump on?
I'm at school. Can we talk about this when I get home?
Certainly not. You don't get to just dismiss yourself from this conversation. Honey, Riley called me a couple weeks ago. She said she was concerned about you.
That's new.
She told me about the Cupcake Cafe. Is this what this is about?
No, I wasn't surprised. I'm used to stares and cringes. Riley's not.
It's been 2 weeks since you've stopped talking to each other.
This doesn't have anything to do with me and Riley, Mom.
Then what is it? You never forget, Ashley. This is all just a pain in the ass, and you can feel that. But you can't just not bolus. Do you remember when you were diagnosed? How much weight you lost?
Mom, can we please talk about this later? I have to get to class.
Class can wait.
I have a math test.
This is life and death, Ashley. I think math can wait. Honey, what happened? You used to be so on top of things. You know this can cause long-term damage. You're endangering your kidneys and your vision and your feet and your...
I know.
Well, your A1C says otherwise. I thought you understood until I heard the number 12.4. I don't understand how you can just forget. How can you be okay with that?
I didn't forget.
What?
I didn't forget, and I'm not okay.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
No camera?
I gave up on that. I was trying out this new special feature Brenda showed me, and my whole phone went berserk. I tell you, this technology...
You sound like Dad.
Goodness gracious. Well, I was just calling to make sure you're set for dinner tomorrow.
Yep. Do you want me to bring anything?
Oh no, thanks, sweetie. Just yourself.
Okay.
Your father mentions you might have some news to share?
Oh, well, you know what I did the other day?
What?
I went to an apple orchard.
You what?
And we actually went apple picking.
I never understood that. You can get pre-picked apples for half the price at Costco.
Half the price at Costco. I know, Mom, but I had fun.
That was your exciting news? Why did you go? I'm assuming it wasn't just to spite your mother.
No, actually. It was a date.
A date?
A second date.
Wait, what? You mean you met someone?
Yeah, his name is Steven.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. How did you meet?
Well, he was actually my trainer my first day of work, and we just really hit it off. He took me out for drinks that evening.
Oh, Elliot.
He's really great, Mom. He's funny and sweet. He really likes to bake. He insisted you can tell when a pie is made out of apples picked fresh off a tree. He knew a lot about apples, actually, and trees. And he made me a pie.
Oh, well, you'll have to bring him over sometime. I want to see for myself.
Actually, I was going to ask, do you think he could join us this weekend? I know this is kind of late notice, but I would love for you guys to meet him.
Of course. That would be wonderful.
Great. I'm sure he'll bring a pie, and I'll tell him not to wear his fanny pack.
No.
I told you they were hip again.
Jeez, well, I suppose we can let that slide. Depends how good his pie is.
I'm so excited for you to meet him, Mom. He really gets me. I told him about my diabetes.
Oh, good for you, honey. How did he respond?
Really well, actually. Remember when I met that kid with diabetes in high school right after I was diagnosed, and we just both kind of clicked? We just formed this instant connection. Well, I kind of feel that way with Steven. Like, he understands me on a different level.
Wait, he doesn't have diabetes, though, right?
No, and he doesn't understand it entirely, but he knows what it's like to live with a chronic illness.
Oh?
He's HIV positive.
Oh. Oh. Well, are you guys taking things slow?
That's a little personal of a question, don't you think, Mom?
I don't know. I mean, is it for something like this?
He's undetectable, Mom, which means it's not transmittable, and I scheduled an appointment to find out more about PrEP, so we're both perfectly safe. We're taking all the necessary steps. He came out right away and told me, right after our first date. He didn't have to do that.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Okay, regardless, he told me. I'm not in any danger.
He's in danger, though, right? He could get a cold and it could get worse than that.
So could I.
Not like him, though.
Not when he's undetectable, and it's also unlikely he'd end up in the hospital with low blood sugar. That's a risk he's taking with me every day.
I just don't want you to end up stuck to a burden. What if something happens to him?
Isn't that exactly what we've been afraid people would say about me?
Honey, your family's just starting to come around. Grandma is just inviting us to the holidays again. Imagine what could happen when they find out about this. It'll just prove their point and validate their fear and discomfort.
Mom, I came to terms with members of my family disowning me a long time ago. If their love is that fragile, I don't want it.
Okay, but what if I do? And it's not just them. What if this doesn't work out?
Wow, supportive of you to go right there.
I'm just being practical. I've read articles. Once you're known for dating someone with HIV, your chances of finding someone new are even lower.
It's what we've said for the past 10 years. If someone doesn't want to date me because of their own ignorance, then I most definitely don't want to date them.
Well, that's a little pretentious, don't you think? You think everyone is just going to be on the same level as you right away? What about me? You've seen how much I've changed in just the past 10 years. You think Dad wouldn't have married me because we have different political views?
What? How is wanting a partner that respects me and willing to challenge their own biases pretentious?
You have to be realistic. You want a husband, right? You want a kid? Is this going to affect your chances of getting a kid or your ability to raise one?
I don't know.
I put work into getting you where you are, hon. I put a lot of time and energy. Time and energy I frankly didn't have into removing barriers, into making sure diabetes didn't get into the way, into sacrificing things and repairing the relationships with my family, with the people that raised me, and then learning the things that they taught me to ensure that you felt accepted and safe.
And I'm incredibly grateful.
So you say.
What?
You call me after all of that and tell me you're about to run off with someone who could throw that all away?
Run off with someone?
I mean, God, Elliot, do you think about the impacts of your actions?
Wow. Apparently not. Forget about dinner, Mom. You won't be seeing either of us.
Hello, this is Alex. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling about a shipment.
Name, date of birth?
Teddy Fisher, 12/9/13.
Okay, do you have a question regarding your order?
Okay, yeah, I have a shipment that needs to arrive by tomorrow, and I haven't gotten an email confirming it's been shipped yet.
Yep, it looks like it hasn't gone out yet, but it's scheduled to go out today.
Okay, I need these supplies by tomorrow.
They have till the end of the day to ship, and it's marked up today, so you should get it tomorrow.
I'll get an email confirming it's been shipped, though, right?
You should.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, you said you wanted to talk about Teddy's diabetes before he comes over. Is now a good time?
Yes, thank you so much for taking him in. Our sitter's out of town, so I'd usually just take him with me, but that gala isn't really the best place for a 6-year-old.
No problem, it'll be fun. How was the game?
It was good. Teddy didn't have any lows. Oh, and Jacob scored a point.
Oh my god.
In the other goal.
Oh, well, I suppose that's still progress.
Oh, for sure. Okay, I wrote this all down, and I'll give it to you when I drop him off. And I told Teddy he has to call me every hour, and can't have any sleeps while he's over. They're just too hard to calculate. And if they're running around a lot, he needs to make sure he tests his blood sugar and stops to eat snacks when he needs to. I packed extra juices and snacks.
You know we have food, right?
And did I train you in glucagon?
Yes.
Okay.
Cameron, he'll be fine. It's just a couple hours.
This is the first time I've let him go over someone else's house. He's only ever been with me or our nanny, who's a retired nurse, or at the school where a nurse is on staff. And if his class goes on a field trip, so do I, or he doesn't go.
He'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, his pump site could fail, or he could forget to take his insulin, or he could just not take enough insulin and his blood sugar could go high. And if he goes high, he could get ketones, which means his body is releasing toxins that literally lower the pH of his blood, which, as you can imagine, is not ideal. But since he'll only be at your house for a couple of hours, that's probably not enough time for him to slip into a full-on coma. No, the worst would probably be if he had a little too much insulin before a meal, or he exerts a lot of energy and doesn't have enough snacks before, or we do everything right and he still has a low but doesn't notice it and he passes out, and that can happen in the span of 20 minutes. And if he's not treated fast enough, he could go into a seizure and then die. That's probably the worst that could happen. So, sorry if I'm a little precautious.
God, Cameron, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just... sometimes I'm just terrified.
I think every parent fears for their kid's life more than is probably healthy. I can't imagine this on top of that.
And the worst part is, no matter what I do, he still goes high or low, and I end up lying in the bed afraid he'll pass out in the middle of the night. And then by the time it's morning...
I can't imagine.
It's a lot. But that's what this gala is for. It's why I'm doing all this fundraising, so we can find a cure.
Cameron, you know our family will be the first at the walk this year, and God, after hearing all that, I would give anything to take his diabetes away for Teddy and for you, but I can't. I don't think you can either.
Well, the science these days is incredible. Holding out on the hope that we'll find a cure by the time he starts becoming independent.
But isn't he already? He's having play dates and playing soccer, and the hard truth is that the new and scary moments are going to come faster than any cure could, regardless of how many galas you throw.
I don't know what else to do.
Why didn't you have another kid?
What?
You always wanted a big family, lots of kids.
Well, things change. I mean, you said it yourself.
Did they? Jacob told me Teddy has been talking about how he wants a brother, and I have a hard time believing you just abandoned that dream.
I don't want Teddy to think he's not enough.
You dedicate every ounce of your attention to Teddy. I don't think he would ever be confused about that.
Because I have to. And yeah, maybe in a perfect world, but I can't.
This is kind of what I'm saying, Cameron. Teddy's growing up. He's becoming more independent. If you don't want another kid, that's fine, but if you're holding back because of Teddy, well, for one thing, that's a lot of weight for a kid to bear.
You know, I never get more than 4 hours of consecutive sleep. I have to get up every night at 2 a.m. to test his blood sugar, and then again at 6 in the morning. He has a CGM, which is supposed to alert us when he's low, but he sleeps through the alarm, so our doctor told me I have to get up every night and test him.
Wow.
And he never wakes up, but every time it breaks my heart, because he's so used to it, he doesn't even flinch anymore. And then I think about what it will be when he has to get up at odd hours, taking care of himself. And I just think, right now, I can do everything in my control to give him a normal childhood. And to find a cure so when the day comes, he doesn't have to do any of that for himself. And if that means it's only me and him, then it's just the two of us. And I'm okay with that.
Is there anything else I need to know or that I can do to keep him safe when he comes over?
I don't think so.
I'll make sure he calls, and I'll keep a close eye on him, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. See you soon.
Bye.
Hey, what's up? Are you okay?
Hi. Yeah, I just have a bug.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Hey, we don't get paid sick leave, right?
No.
Damn it.
But take care of yourself. That's what's most important. I can help back if you need it.
No,
Elliot?
I don't... Yeah?
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're making me really nervous. I'm coming home after work.
No, please don't.
Elliot!
I'm fine.
I'm not buying it. I'm coming over.
No, just wait a day. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't want you to see me like this.
Seriously?
And I really don't want you catching anything.
Is your diabetes okay?
Yeah.
Elliot?
I'm taking care of things. It'll be fine.
Is this about insulin? Elliot, let me help. What can I do?
Nothing. I'm fine. I'll figure it out. I promise.
You never told me what you want.
What?
I told you what I want. I told you my dorky dream about having a bakery on an orchard. I shared my vast knowledge of apples to you. I poured out my corny heart and made you a pie. You've never told me what you want.
Steven, I'm really not feeling well.
I know, and you're not letting me help. The least you can do is answer my question.
Don't you have to go back to work?
I'm on break. Answer my question.
What I want. Like, in life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want a family. A husband. A kid. 2 kids.
2?
Well, as many kids as I can take in. Not because I had some awful childhood or something. I just want my kids to go over to Grandma and Grandpa's. But not because I need their help. Just because I want to. But I want a family of my own. Not quite as ambitious as yours.
But it's still your dream.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I don't know exactly what you're going through, which is fine. You don't have to tell me everything. We've only been together for a month, but things are hard right now. And I've been in really hard spots. And if you won't take my help, you at least have to hold on to that, okay? What's really important to you. So when things get to the hardest, you have something to fight for.
I do. I know. I don't talk about it like you, but there are things I want in life. And I know we've only been together for a month, but when I met you, I felt closer to that dream than I've ever felt. I love you, Steven.
I love you too.
But if I can't handle this on my own, then that dream of my own family I can support and care for and put before myself, it'll feel entirely unreachable.
But you don't have to take on everything alone.
This I do. Just give me a day. I'll figure it out.
Fine. But if you're not back at work tomorrow, I'm coming over with chicken soup, and I don't care what you say, because right now, you're what's important to me.
Okay. Deal.
Get some rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hi, Teddy. Listen, I'm really trapped here, and I don't think I'll make it to the game today.
So you won't be on the bench?
No, but What are you eating? Only half the bag before soccer. You don't need any more than 10 grams.
But I'm hungry and they're yummy.
Okay, well, we can have the rest for later. And you should probably give some insulin for them now anyway, since I can't make it to the game.
What do you mean?
You can't play today, bud.
What?
Yes, what if you go low?
I go low at school. I'll just call you like I do there.
You're not running around for an hour straight at school. I'm sorry, Teddy, but this is just one game.
Coach Mike was gonna let me play offense this game. I never get to play offense.
Okay, well, you can play offense next game.
Jacob plays without his parents there. No one else's parents sit on the bench.
Yeah, well, no one else has diabetes. Teddy, come on, you know that.
Ugh, I wish I never had diabetes. Then I could play soccer and eat snacks, and I would have a brother.
What?
If I didn't have diabetes, you wouldn't always be so worried about me, and I would have someone to play with.
Fine. If Chris is going to be at the game today, you can play. But you have to take a timeout every 15 minutes or if your CGM goes off. And you have to call me when you do so I can let you know what changes to make. And if your numbers get too crazy and I say you have to stop, then you stop. No arguing. Okay, deal?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Go on, I'll see you later.
Bye, Dad.
Hello?
Hey. Are you going to be at the soccer game today?
Yeah, why?
I'm not going to be able to make it. I told Teddy he could play, but would you do me a favor and just keep an eye on him?
Of course.
Thank you.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, Teddy's supplies are just supposed to arrive today, and I still haven't gotten the confirmation that they've been shipped.
Oh no, and it's already 5 o'clock.
I know.
Has it ever not arrived on time? I can't imagine that would happen often with medical supplies.
It has. More often than you think.
What do you do?
Usually, I have to go pay out of pocket at the pharmacy, which is crazy expensive.
Oh, so they carry the supplies at the pharmacy?
Yeah, and it would be so much more convenient if I could just go pick it all up, but our insurance won't let us, and they make us get certain supplies from this company.
I cannot believe the American healthcare system. I mean, just coming back to take care of my mom, I'd forgotten how ridiculous it was. When I lived in Canada, we had people coming over the border to buy our insulin just because it's 1/10 of the price.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, hopefully by the time our kids have to deal with it, there will be some improvements.
I'm hoping by the time Teddy has to deal with it, he won't have diabetes.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
Alright, well, I've got to get going. Thank you so much, Grace.
Of course. Talk to you later.
Hi, honey. What's up?
Hey, I just called that eating disorders clinic.
Yeah?
They said they don't deal with cases like I was describing. I tried calling the endocrinologist again too, and they still haven't gotten back to me.
Well, I guess they're probably busy.
Sure. Or they don't think it's a real issue. He made that clear last time I called.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised you got that response. The doctor was so helpful when she was diagnosed with me. I mean, I thought he seemed very personable.
Yeah, well, he changed his tune after you showed up that night.
What? Do you think it's because I'm a man?
A white man.
Oh, so you think this is about race?
Well, what am I supposed to think? You said yourself. You were impressed by how he talked to you that night.
I just said I was surprised. I could have misjudged. He could just be a jerk.
When he talks to her, he doesn't even look at her. He just stares into his computer and takes notes. Then he starts using all this jargon she doesn't understand and talks to her in this demeaning tone, like she doesn't understand her own body.
Okay, you're sure you're just not giving him a bit of a hard time?
My daughter is losing trust in doctors, and that's not good with a condition like this.
Well, I would too if I had you in my ear.
If it was you, he wouldn't be making these assumptions. You know what? I couldn't tell you exactly what he was thinking, but our daughter's blood sugar have been, by and large, excellent for the past 5 years, and suddenly, they're incredibly concerning. But he refuses to consider a larger issue. He dismisses any mental health issue. Instead, he says she's misbehaving and doesn't know her body. Tell me that has nothing to do with race.
Then why don't you just say something? You're speaking with a hell of a lot more conviction right now than you were on the phone yesterday.
Wow. Excellent advice, honey. Because the angry black woman is always taken seriously.
Damn it, if you think this is a race thing, then just let me speak to him.
No, I don't need you to step in and save me.
This isn't about you. It's about Ashley.
You don't think I know that?
Cheryl, I'm just saying that...
What would you even say? You haven't been to an appointment in years.
I just thought you preferred going.
I do. I'm saying you wouldn't be any help.
Then we should try a new doctor.
Where? This is the best practice in the area. You want to send her to another white doctor who is not only less qualified, but doesn't know us, doesn't know her? So we couldn't even try to leverage a history when he takes one look at her and decides he knows what's wrong or not wrong?
Damn it!
What?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I'm not.
Well, you're yelling at me.
It's because I'm frustrated. I'm the type of person who, if something's wrong, I try and find a way to fix it. Whatever it takes.
How noble.
No, I know it's easier for me, right? But right now, I feel like I can't do anything. And our daughter is sick.
And the people who are supposed to help aren't.
At all. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I know, and I'm sorry. But right now, I'm terrified for our daughter, and I don't have the energy to hold your hand through this.
Well, where is she?
Upstairs. She said she had a migraine and was going to lie down. That was 3 hours ago. I'm going to go check on her.
Okay. Let me know what she's doing. Please.
Okay.
Hello? I'm calling regarding a delivery.
Name, date of birth?
Teddy Fisher, 12/9/13. I was supposed to get a shipment of diabetes supplies today, and I still haven't gotten a confirmation that it's even been shipped.
Okay. Are you sure the order was called in?
Yep, I called a week ago to request the shipment. Then I called again 2 days ago to make sure it would be shipped the next day. And yesterday I didn't receive a confirmation, so I called again and was told it would be shipped by the end of the day. I still haven't heard anything, and I'm stuck at work and won't be home until you guys close, so I just want to make sure the package is on my porch.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's been shipped.
Okay, what do you mean it hasn't been shipped?
I'm so sorry. I'll mark to get sent out today. You'll get it by 3 o'clock tomorrow.
No, I specifically stated the last 3 times I called that I need these supplies today. Teddy barely has enough test strips to make it through the night, and now I'm going to have to go to the pharmacy and pay $100 out of pocket for a bottle of test strips that should be on my front porch right now, but hasn't even been shipped. I'm not ordering toothpaste. These are medical supplies.
I'm so sorry. I really don't know what happened. There must have been a system error.
Listen, I know this isn't your fault, but this is the 3rd month in a row something has gone wrong with the shipment, and I'm going to have to call next month and do this all over again, so can I please speak to a manager?
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you. Oh shit, they're gonna close. Ah.
Felicia Pharmacy, how may I help you?
Hi, I'm about to stop and pick up a box of test strips. I wanted to call in advance.
Sure. 100 or 50?
50.
Okay, that's $105.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Are you a rewards member?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your phone number?
Hello? Elliot? Hello?
Okay, your total is still $105. What's your credit card number?
Ashley, honey?
And your 3-digit code?
Sorry.
Got some soup. Elliot? What the hell?
Oh, shoot. You know what? We had a prescription for glucagon that's filled. I wanted to pick that up too.
Okay, name, date of birth.
Hey, why don't you come downstairs and see how you feel?
Elliot? Elliot! Oh my
Ashley!
god, Elliot! Shit!
Okay, you're all set.
Thank you. Hi, Chris. Sorry, it looks like I missed your call. Is everything okay?
No. It's Teddy.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what happened? Are you okay? Is everyone okay? What happened? I just show up to school and you were not there, and then the next day you were not there, and then you weren't at the art exhibit.
What's the art exhibit?
And then you don't answer my texts, and I tried stopping by your house, but you weren't home, and no one at school would tell me anything. Are you okay? Why weren't you at school? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'll be back next week. It's nice to see you, though, to talk to you.
Where were you?
Well, for a minute, a coma.
What? For how long?
Just a day.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. I should have been there, Ashley. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what?
Everything. I'm sorry I let something get between us so much that I didn't even know you were in a coma. I should have been there.
No, Riley, you were right.
What?
I wasn't okay. I wasn't taking insulin.
Wait. What? Why?
Because when I didn't take insulin, I lost weight.
I don't understand. I thought you always took really good care of your diabetes.
I did. But every time my blood sugar went slightly high, I would hear the doctor from the day I was diagnosed listing off all the complications diabetes puts me at risk for. And I would just get terrified. Even when I did everything right, my numbers could still go low or high. I felt like everything was out of my control. And one day, I was just gonna end up dead. But when I stopped taking insulin, I lost weight. As dangerous as it is, that was something I could control.
Oh my god. Ashley, when did this start?
It's been a few months, but I would go on stretches, see how long I could go without taking my insulin until I got so sick I had to. But the last stretch started just a week ago. When I got into the art exhibit, it was incredible, but it also stung. Like, I was getting this affirmation that this is something I'm really good at, that I should pursue, but that I knew I couldn't. It would almost be better if I just sucked at art, like, that I could do something about. I could take classes, I could work harder, but that wasn't the issue, and I just felt hopeless. So I stopped taking insulin again. But this time I didn't quite catch myself when I went too far.
And you went into a coma.
It's a real eating disorder. It's called diabulimia.
Your mom knew something was wrong. She told me a couple of weeks ago when I called and told her I was concerned.
I know. She called a few places, but they wouldn't take her seriously, or they wouldn't take diabetics, or they wouldn't take our insurance. Even after I wound up in a hospital and they believed there was a real issue, A lot of the eating disorder specialists didn't know where to start. It couldn't tell me to stop paying attention to the food labels or measuring how much I eat because that's literally how I stay alive.
So what did you do?
Well, we finally found a place that specialized in diabetic eating disorders.
That's a thing?
Yeah, not everywhere, but they started one like an hour from here because apparently diabetics are more than twice as likely to develop an eating disorder, which I guess makes sense with all the stuff that attached to me and the way people assume I have this condition because I didn't take care of myself. And just knowing there's this part of me that doesn't work, I don't know, I started feeling really insecure.
God.
Listen, I'm really sorry. You were right. Something was up. I mean, clearly.
Yeah, I could tell something was wrong, but I didn't really know what. The body image stuff and everything you were saying about college, I didn't realize those were things you had to even consider. And I didn't like seeing you have to make those decisions or deal with this shit. And I'm never gonna stop looking out for you, but I can't really understand your experience.
And I don't expect you to.
Yeah, but I need to respect that. I shouldn't have sent the tweet. I shouldn't have assumed I knew what you needed.
Well, thank you.
I'm really glad you're okay.
Me too. So, how have things been? Did you murder Janet without me there?
No, though in hindsight I probably should have seized the opportunity. I should probably warn you though.
What?
You know her dog?
Portia?
Her dog's name is Portia?
Yeah, it got its head stuck in a fishbowl. She scrapbooked the pictures.
Oh my god. Well, he got diabetes.
Oh no, I'm never gonna hear the end of that.
Nope.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Oh my god, Ashley.
Hi, Janet.
Did you hear about my dog?
Yeah, Riley just told me. Sorry to hear.
Yeah, it's been a really hard week, but I understand what you've been going through now.
Oh god.
Ashley, now that we both basically have diabetes, we can start sharing inside secrets. Like, I found this cheap insulin at Walmart. It's been a godsend with our dog.
Oh, really? That's actually a really old formula. A number of people died because of it.
Wow, really? It's working great with Portia.
Maybe because Portia's a dog?
Yeah, it's probably that.
Is that Riley?
Yep. Hi, Janet.
Hey, Janet, I'm actually glad you called. I have something to tell the two of you.
What?
Well, a couple weeks ago, I submitted some artwork to a poster competition for a diabetes fundraiser, and the other day I found out that I won.
Woohoo! Go Ashley!
It's a little different from what I'm usually do, but it's like more graphic design, but it was fun, and they paid me, so it got me thinking. And I decided to submit a more important portfolio.
Wait, no. Art school?
I still don't know what's going to happen, but I figured for now, there's no harm in applying. And this made me think there might be a way to make it work.
Yes! Ashley, I am so relieved and excited.
Me too.
For the first year of my son's life, I was paranoid that something might go wrong. I had to wait 5 years to adopt a child, so I'm sure you can imagine how nervous I felt when I finally took my baby home. Though, I think every parent can relate to the overwhelming love that turns into overwhelming fear when you hold your baby in your arms for the first time. I think every parent has that moment of realizing that your child's entire well-being is in your hands. And looking down at that fragile child and feeling your heart swell like you couldn't imagine and just praying you could keep this child safe. When my son turned 2, I remember thinking I was finally starting to feel like I could relax. We had made it this far and he was perfectly healthy. 2 weeks later, we found ourselves in the emergency room, and Teddy was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It felt like the universe was mocking me. I spent the first 6 months trying to master Teddy's management, but as hard as I tried, something would always go wrong. Then our endocrinologist explained how unpredictable diabetes is. He told me no matter how hard we tried, there was no way to prevent the occasional highs and lows. I wasn't used to not knowing, to not being able to fix an issue, so I threw myself into the science. I stayed vigilantly updated at the latest research and technology. I put all my spare time into fundraising to find a cure, and I had to adjust myself to the reality that progress takes time. I was hopeful. I still am hopeful that at some point in my son's life there will be a scientific breakthrough and we'll find a cure, or we'll develop some technology that's pretty damn close. If I couldn't get rid of Teddy's diabetes, I would do everything possible to hasten the arrival of the technology that could. A few weeks ago, what I had spent the past 4 years in crippling fear of happened. Teddy had a low and passed out. The day Teddy passed out, I let go. I broke one of my rules, and at first I swore I would never let go again.
She's gonna be okay.
But he was okay. He is okay because he had glucagon in his bag, and the ambulance showed up on time, and the people around him knew exactly what to do. So instead, that moment taught me something. Some things are out of our control. Being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes is out of our control. Right now, there's nothing we can do to prevent it. Even after diagnosis, the condition is unpredictable. We can do certain things to try to prevent emergencies, but ultimately, we're assuming the role of an entire organ. And our bodies are so complex that anything we do is really just a shot in the dark. People respond to that reality differently. Many of us aren't used to something so important feeling so out of our control. We might obsess over the numbers or just give up if we can't get it perfectly. With diabetes, highs and lows are inevitable, but we can put our resources to ensuring they are minimized. The same is true in our society. There are some forces of nature that are out of our control. What matters is how we control what we can.
Hello?
Is this Steven?
Yeah. Who is this?
I'm Denise. I'm Elliot's mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I am.
What?
I'm sorry we had to meet like this.
Yeah. Me too.
Elliot told me you make a great pie. I wish I would have invited you over to see for myself. Or, well...
Oh. Well, my kitchen has been vacant for the past 2 weeks. I think it's the longest I've gone without using my oven. It's probably time to start baking again. I'd be happy to bring over a pie. We could meet each other in person.
I would really like that.
In 1920, if you had diabetes, you were doomed to die. It was out of your control. Then, a couple of scientists made a breakthrough and discovered insulin, yet 100 years later, I got home from the hospital that night when Teddy nearly died and found out someone else did. Because he couldn't afford insulin. His name was Elliot Leland. Between 2002 and 2013, the price of insulin has tripled, and since then it's doubled again. Today it is just unaffordable. So unaffordable that 1 in 4 type 1 diabetics has had to ration their intake. Like Elliot.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
thank you.
I used to put all my hope and energy into finding a cure, but after learning Elliot Leland couldn't access insulin, the most fundamental need of any type 1 diabetic, it made me wonder, if a cure came, would it even be the fix I've been fighting for? Maybe for Teddy, maybe for some diabetics, but science can only take us so far. Our society has proven it is willing to ignore scientists when we don't like what they say and create countless barriers to accessing their breakthroughs if a few can profit. Elliot is gone. And as much as many people would do anything to bring him back, his death can't be reversed. But what caused it can. So, I switched campaigns. From fundraising for a cure to advocacy for healthcare reform. And I'm not just a volunteer anymore. They gave me a job so I could quit my old one and spend more time with Teddy. But Teddy's growing up, and I can't help but feel these transitions in our life are only making way for an even bigger one. So, I'm writing this letter because we are hoping to welcome a new person into our family. I can't promise the perfect life for your baby. I've learned there are some things that come our way that are scary and dangerous and that we never could have anticipated. But I also intend to spend the rest of my life fighting for a world where the power people do have is used responsibly. That is how I will raise my children. And it's a lesson I hope our interdependent world learns too. I look forward to meeting you and your baby. Cameron Fisher. Yo, Teddy. There's something I want to talk about.